so hard, guys. I really am. Okay, can we get the hand cam back? Please. Pretty please. We started off so well. We started off with like six sprouts watching and now we're down to 2. I don't blame you guys. I really don't. It is becoming quite the mess. Okay, we got ham cam back. Can we say hello? Can we wave? Oh, it's super laggy. Let's blink it. Okay. And it's dead again. If this keeps not working, we'll switch to a game and see if that works better. If we can keep the stream going, but the ham cam's not working. How does that sound? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Trembling in fear at the mere thought. Okay. We were going so strong. That's okay. We'll get there eventually. I will fight this. I will get one of my swords and I will fight this. And we've already messed up a little bit of the hair. Sounds like a good idea. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just one of those stream days where nothing goes right, but all we can do is keep soldiering on. The show doesn't stop. The show goes on. The show must go on. Hopefully it goes on. Hopefully we can get 3. I know affiliate was never my goal, but now that we're so tantalizing 2% of a person close, I'm like, I really want, please. Okay, I think it's stable. The hand cam is just super slow. And I think that's just how it's gonna have to be. Unfortunately. Yeah. If you guys think it's unwatchable, one of my sprouts in chat, please just be like, this is unwatchable, you need to stop. We need to do something else because this isn't working. I'm doing my best. We're just gonna keep cuddling the hair. Nothing can happen. Nothing bad can happen if we don't look at the screen and we just keep coloring hair, huh? Oh, my weekend has been nothing but, let me sharpen this. My weekend's been nothing but, you know, turmoil. That sounds bad, but I guess hijinks would be a better word. So before a stream like this kind of went wonky, I have no clue if someone's raided me, and I'm sorry if you have. I know we had some raids last time. We're having such bad internet issues. But yeah, a fish fell out of the sky this weekend and landed with such a kerthump on our roof. I thought one of the Magic sisters had like fallen over in the room next door, or like, and it was no, a bird came by with a fish, dropped it on our roof, and then it bounced onto the green space nearby, and it wasn't a small fish. Oh, a lot of buffering. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can fix that. Let me pause for a sec. Refresh the page I was watching on. And it should... Is it any better? I got the good internet, so it should be okay. But I have no clue. Oh. Oh boy. Let's do the blink. And bring it back. How much lag do we have? Oh, that's a lot of lag. Oh, that's a lot of lag. That's all we can do. And if it doesn't happen, you know what? We weren't aiming for we'll keep going. We'll keep going. If all else fails, I'll play Muse Dash or something. We'll switch from the heavy hand cam stuff to something that's hopefully a little less, you know, annoying for the internet to deal with. But back to my fish story. Yeah, this when I say fish, I don't mean like a little, like a minnow or something. I mean like this was like a 6 to 8 inch long fish that fell out of the sky. Luckily, some of nature's cleaners came by and ate it and flew off. So the green space doesn't smell, but it was a wild time. And I've had more wildlife instances, I guess we can call them. It was laundry day for me at least, and I was like, great, I have some open time in the laundromat. Like, there's nobody else down here doing their laundry. I will pop in and, you know, get mine done. It turns out there was a hornet, yellow jacket, a big stinging bug that was that was in there, just chilling on my laundry, and I had no clue how it got in. But I know it was not gonna come back out of there by itself. I got a wooden cutting board I made forever ago, and I just got some bug poison. You know, you gotta get those pests under control. And just kind of went after it. If you know Dark Souls, just like play some of those boss music behind it, coming in with everything seems stable for now. Hopefully it stays stable. Thank you so much for updating me. But yeah, Dark Souls boss music, me versus this like what, it was like an inch big. That's like 3 centimeters. Real small, big for a bug, but small. Oh, just I felt like if I was in an RPG, I'd have a pot lid and like a ladle. That would be my weapon going into this fight. I lost it at some point, but I found it and I got it. Luckily without being stung. I don't like being stung by those things. They like getting between my glasses and my eyes and just freaking out. They try to get to my flower, but for some reason it's always the face. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the carbon dioxide that attracts them. I know it does for, you know, blood-sucking insects. Body heat, pheromones, and carbon dioxide is what attracts those. So theoretically, if you could like cool yourself down and like hold your breath for a while, mosquitoes, I don't know if it's mosquitoes, but I know some blood-sucking parasites, insects would not bother you. Stream hiccups of, oh gosh, how many, I'm gonna let you guys decide. I don't know how many times it's hopped on and off, and I'm a little scared to check. I'll just have you guys decide how many push-ups I do for all of this mess. How does that sound? It was usually 1 per oopsie, but I've stopped counting. I've panicked and I've stopped counting. Oh. Hi, Mr. Blob! How are you doing? We're struggling a bit, but we're making it work. Hopefully you're having a better time of things. Let me move my little pencil sharpener. I need hand space. Oh boy. Gosh, I don't... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's happening? Oh, I forgot. I opened up a new tab and it didn't mute. I wanted to check to make sure stream is going okay, because I don't have my usual phone on the side, because the phone's up there. Uh-oh. Hand cam? Behave. Yes, very good, hands. I trapped them in gloves and they rebel by ruining my camera. They just don't want to be seen and called small again because I cut my nails so the hands look even teenier now. Oh. Okay. Don't worry, I'm seeing you guys are just struggling. We're trying to do business as usual, but business is burning down. I think that's good enough for that strand. Let's move on to the purple. Yeah. Sorry, I just need a second. And I thought of a whole bunch of like talking points because these are basically like just chatting sort of streams, at least verbally. There's something going on, but like it's mostly just us chatting. How you guys doing kind of things. But no, it's been like half an hour and we're still derailed. So I guess on the capture it's only been 12. So we've lost a little bit, but it's mostly me panicking. So if that's your thing, you guys got some VODs to watch afterwards. If it's not your thing, good, you missed some panicked mana. Some dark mana. It actually brings me to a idea I've had because let's just say Tazzle, if you don't know him, he's a really fun VTuber. I was watching one of his streams and so some messages loaded in improper order. I didn't see the message before me and I was like, oh, you know, campfires. You can start them with lint, like dryer lint. It's super flammable and it's usually what people will put in their fire kits. That's... oh no, that's still pretty bad. That's still pretty bad lag. On par as before, despite having a different program. But yeah, I was like, oh yeah, we were talking about campfires or something, and I was like, oh, you can start a fire with pocket lint. Like, it's super flammable, you don't need to worry about grass or anything, and while I was looking down typing this and I hit enter, I'd not seen the person above me go, how should we bully Tazzle? And it started my villain arc. Alright, you just reset your computer since it was acting weird. Oh no. Is it going any better? Are we still super bad? All I heard when I joined was 8-inch filling. No, that was the story. A bird dropped a big old fish onto the roof and it bounced off the roof and into the green space and the smack was so loud. I thought one of the other mandrakes had like collapsed terribly in the other room. No, it was a bird dropping a big old fish. I've never seen that happen before and I hope not to see it again. I don't know how this bird lost hold of this fish. It didn't have like any talon marks in it or anything. There's no way to know how big the bird was, but it had to have been like an eagle or a crane or something. You know, one of those big birds by the water. Yeah, guys, just shout at me. Tell me if things are going wrong. They're probably going wrong. I've done my best. And that's really all we can do. I just want to keep that little timer in the corner going as much as I can. Don't let it stop. We need to stream for our 2 hours. A mess, but we're getting pretty good progress on the hair, all things considered. Maybe I'm gonna close my tab. Close my viewing tab. Maybe that'll save some internet. Save some internet for the stream, please. Yeah, I think, even though this one's super long, I think this one's going to be like here, at the midpoint. we're doing... We've lost some of the strokes because it gets so dark and it kind of gets muddied, even though we're doing each stroke best we can. The number's still going. That means we haven't died, right? Oh, there's so many errors. I don't want to look. I'll let you guys decide my fate when it comes to the push-ups. The after stream, you goofed up push-ups. But in other news, yeah, since we're like 2% of a person away from affiliate, and we're probably going to be farther away than that after the mess that is the stream. Because if it counts each individual little gap as an average viewer, it's gonna be bad. The stream skips around for me, but it's alright other than that. I hope so. I hope it gets better. My internet was working fine. I tested it by playing some Final Fantasy XIV, because that's, you know, MMOs are internet heavy, and it was not lagging at all. It was fine. I think it just decided, hey, you're streaming? Hey, you're having problems with the camera? Let me just double down on those problems. I'm gonna get some tea real quick. Excuse me. My panicking has prevented me from my tea, and it is now cold. I deserve cold tea, though. Blah blah blah, affiliate, we got... so I know a lot of my sprats requested a bald emote when I asked, what emotes did you guys want? So much so that they started chanting it, while we were getting raided, so new sprats who had never seen me before were just seeing bald mana chanted back and forth. Oh. But yeah, I made it. It's on Twitter if you want. It should be a link in the linky links to it. I did a normal bald. I did bald with the flower because the flower is attached. And what did I did a super shine version. I added like all the shininess because everyone was posting like, you know, the SpongeBob bald memes. Yes, you must say it in triplicate. Hi, Firefox. While playing MMOs takes download speed while streaming. Oh. Maybe. Bald minute supremacy. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Everyone seemed to like the super shiny one better. So I might make that one the email, but I'm not 100% yet. Because it does have transparency. The little lights have transparency. Because it was just a gaff. But I'll leave it up to my sprouts, if what you guys want. We'll vote. We'll have some more time with how this stream's going. We're gonna have some more time till affiliate. Oh, that's okay. We're in a no rush. Just really depends on how it looks on Twitch. Emotes get tiny. Yeah. I'm trying to keep them simple. Because I know they need to get down to like 52 by 52, I think. I'm not 100%. I know they get super tiny. That's why I'm trying to keep them very chibi and clear. But I'll do some testing. I don't think me standing far away with the picture pulled up on my phone across the room quite does it justice. I think I need to actually take the time and shrink them down. But you guys are chatting, so it must have cleared up. Maybe. Hopefully. If not, oh boy. I think this isn't getting quite as dark as I wanted. I think we might need to come in with the graphite pencil and kind of darken this up a bit. I'm just kind of, I don't have any plan for the lights and the darks and the shading. It's just kind of doing it itself. No plan, just do. Yeah, let's grab this guy over here. Our handy dandy number 2. Oh. Gotta make sure I don't lean too much on the table. You guys do not get a glimpse of me. Let's see. What's other? We have one more emote we need to come up with, but I'm not sure what it's gonna be. I think I just gotta, you know, figure that out. See what you guys kind of do and figure out what you guys might like and surprise you. It takes me, honestly, it takes me 2 hours, 3 hours to get an emote done. Sorry for the tea sips. So they take me quite a while, but so I gotta kind of plan them out well. But we'll get there, I'll think of it. Don't worry, we probably have another 2 weeks after this muck-up. But we'll get there. Yeah, let me stretch my pencil across it. Oh, no, there goes all of my talking points. The sticky note was too flimsy to have items crossed off, so I don't repeat myself a million times. Oh yeah, back to that, that incident where I kinda had a little bit of brain empty, stream panic app is over, so brain is just, okay, no more thoughts, just color. Look at the pretty colors. Oh, that's right. I've been trying to think of something special to do. I know the emotes are something we've talked about quite a bit, or at least I've talked about quite a bit. But I want to do something else kind of special. Since we're getting up on 200, you know, Twitter followers, I've been kind of thinking, what if we do something special for 500? Or like, kind of like those follower goal milestones. Just to kind of get back to you guys a bit for supporting me, just so gosh darn much. And right now, the only things I have down is mana and casual clothes, and dark evil mana. Because, you know, in video games there's a lot of like, you have the light and the evil magics, the good and the bad mana. Brain calm. Brain should not be calm, it's streaming. I gotta summon all of my energy. All of the energy I don't have. That's why we have the tea. I've moved on to my loose leaf tea collection, I guess? It breaks in the funniest ways when I take a sip. What in the world would dark/evil mana even be like? I think first things first, Mr. Blob, cover your ears. We would have to stop taking such a pacifistic stance on monsters in games. Like, the slimes in Stardew Valley. Instead of avoiding them and having them be friends, we go on a rampage. We go and try to collect as much slime as possible. NPCs, we're not gonna pick the nice dialogue, we're gonna pick the mean one! I'd probably like turn the lights down so we get more glow. Cause my flower does glow. All those little speckles you see? Kinda, maybe. Those glow. So I thought kinda turn the lights down. I don't think my princessy dress would really work with the evil, violent, bloodlusty mana kind of vibe. I'm all in for evil mana. Yeah, well, it'll be a separate model, so it's gonna take me a bit of time to, you know, make it. But we'll set it as like a, I guess 500? 500 sound good? Sounds like a nice milestone. We're almost at 200? And I don't know how things work. Does anti-mana hate tea? Oh, good, that's a good question. She would have to. If we're gonna go everything that is against me, she would have to hate tea. What would she drink instead of tea? Would she drink like Monster energy drinks? Is that how she'd get her stream energy? Crush a monster. Crush the can under her heel. all I can think of is like a Hot Topic. Goth. Yeah, that is the fashion style. I was about to say a Hot Topic person. But Hot Topic's got a lot of like pastel and Lolita fashion sort of accessories in. So I guess hot. My brain is buffering just as much as my internet. Maybe it's time for some fresh tea. Just add a little bit more. All the honey sinks to the bottom. It makes the first half so bitter. I was thinking the same thing. Get a nice sip of hopefully warm tea. Nope. Still bitter and still cold. Oh. Same. Oh, Evil Mana is a coffee drinker. Oh, that's... Yeah, instead of my... Yeah, I guess that could work. I do have some instant coffee. I don't have a coffee maker, though. But I'm a little scared to be on coffee on stream. Tea has very little caffeine in it, at least black tea. Well, one of the more caffeinated teas is nothing compared to coffee. Could you imagine me just bouncing off the walls? Trying my best to be edgy. It is kind of an interesting idea, making your nemesis. Well, not nemesis, anti-you. Again, brain is buffering tonight, so... Oh, and so is apparently the internet. Every few minutes it drops frames. Okay, thank you. Am I gonna have to count all those error messages I get and do that many push-ups? Because there's a lot of them, and I'm a little scared. Well, you want energy. Energy, power, bloodlust. Yeah. We'll see. I'll have to... This is gonna be a completely new design. The flower has to stay. The hair can change a little bit, but the outfit completely different, I feel. Would lots of caffeine be conducive for conducive for you? I don't know. Man, it would be zooming. The thing is, I don't get the jittery. Like when I have coffee, I get the quiet energy. So may not be zooming. I'll probably actually be talking slower because I talk fairly quickly. I don't know, might be. We'll workshop this. Have you guys? Maybe we'll do like a little leading up to this dark mana idea. This evil mandrake. Kinda. I'll get some input. I'll have to look what goth clothes are like and try to make some of those, because while I dress in a lot of greens and my big bow down here, I like to be very pastel. I am a little pastel princess. Not quite. It just was alliteration, it sounded nice. But I will have to look up the dark in the punk goth clothes. This is a fun idea. Maybe we'll turn it into like a stream. Maybe I'll stream the model making process. So I'm gonna have like live input on it. Maybe? Once we get kind of this coloring book down. Yeah, we're doing... The hair takes a lot of time, I'm realizing. Maybe I should have picked one of the simpler designs to start out with, but just means we get a few streams of these. Right? Okay. I'm sorry. That'd be cool. Yeah, we'll do that then. I just have to remember. we'll get done with this, and then we'll start maybe on that, maybe not. We'll see. I cannot predict the future. I always wanted to see how models were made. Yeah, we did make a model on stream before. If you're interested, I have all 3 streams posted over on the Man of the Mantrick YouTube. It should be in the links if you want. Just kind of see it. We go through most of it except for the clothing making, the texture-wise clothing making, because making Reroid clothes is very. It takes a lot of time. It's a lot of changing something super tiny, then putting it in the program and going back and forth. And usually you have about 60 different outfits with tiny changes in between. So I just kind of did that off cam. We gave it away. I think that was nice. I'm not sure if the person became a VTuber or if they just entered, but you know what? It's up to them. Sorry, it's getting warm. These gloves are gardening gloves. So, you know, they're fairly thick so you don't get stuck by thorns. But they're also fleece lined and I'm wearing a cardigan, so. And we'll do a little finger. Here's my finger in the gloves. I gotta keep them scrunched up. I know the basics of Aroid, but I'm still a baby. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Everyone starts somewhere, you know? Oh, are you finally asking? If yes, we are still watching. We're still listening to the lovely KiraraMagic, who we have credited. Because, you know, everyone deserves their credit. And we use them every stream. Just about. Or at least every stream that it's me talking. Yeah, I think this is looking better. I think we had our artists warm up as we were coloring. And it kind of got there. Let's see. Should we... I'm sorry, on the topic, I guess, of me, should we do a lore recap? Because I know we've got a lot of new sprouts since I debuted. And went over a lot of the lore, and while people ask for like little lore drops instead of a big paragraph essay, you know, I thought maybe a recap sometime would do. Just like a little mini stream, and the VOD will be up for people who can't catch the stream. Just kind of catch everyone up to snuff. Because I'm sure some of you out there who are just, you know, flipping through, caught me one day. You may not know, like, why does she keep calling us sprouts? Why does she say no saplings allowed? Aren't those the same things as sprouts? No, saplings mean babies. Saplings are anyone under 18. I don't consider 18-year-olds adults unless they're like an actual like adult. A lot of 18-year-olds just kind of, yeah, I'm an adult. I play Fortnite with the profanity filter off. Kind of. But some are real adults. I know I was not a full realized adult when I was 18. I was still a bit of a kid. I lost my point. I just started. Oh. Oh. I don't mean to insult anyone. Perhaps you are one of the grown-ups. But I know I wasn't. I've lost my point. My track of thinking. I think that means we need more tea? More tea. Here we go. Okay, it's starting to get a little sweeter. We're finally getting down to the honey, which always settles at the bottom no matter how much I mix it. This is one of those teas that just doesn't taste good with sugar. It needs honey. It's not our usual English breakfast from Big Hello, because I can't afford to buy more tea right now, so I'm using up my reserves. Let's see. You love lore dumps? Yeah, we'll do that. I will, I'll try to find some time this week. And I'll do a little lore draw thing. How does that sound? Or do we want to have it part of the Minecraft stream tomorrow? Kind of have lore dumps while we're doing our expanding our fields of wheat and building our boathouse. Because I know everyone really likes the schedule we have, and I don't want to break it and kind of force people to move their stuff around. This is working a lot. These three colors together really give that hair that kind of motion. Actually, I haven't done this yet. Let's move it up. No, it's breaking the capture because it's at face level. Yeah, we can kind of see the line work if I don't move the cable and break my face at the same time. Can we? I don't know, I've never played Fortnite. Yeah, we can kind of see all the line work. It's really bad on this camera. I'll take a picture after stream and post it so you guys can see it in all its, like, glory. But we're trying to keep the same hair strokes, like how it curves. We want to keep the curve going that way, so it kind of still looks like hair. And all of the shading keeps with the hair feel. Let me go back here. Keep those individual strands. And get our eraser out. It's already turning really blue. And just kind of erase some of the areas that we did a little too dark. Just a little bit. Takes a little bit of wiggle with that eraser, takes off so much. Especially with Prismacolors and Prismacolor Scholars. They're so gooey, I guess? They come off real easy. Not like Crayola. Those ones don't really come off. I guess it's the pigmentation. Let me just fix this little fade in right here, because it shouldn't be lighter, it should actually be darker. But it's kind of hard to do without going into her bangs. I'm gonna fix her skin tone eventually. It would give you something to talk about. Yeah, that's true. Oh, we are... That is quite some lag. It's been like 3 minutes since I talked about the lore. Oh no. But you know what? The stream hasn't broke. It's an improvement over our constant fluttering on and off, so I will take it. Apologies if I don't sound like I'm immediately reacting. Apparently we're on a very big delay today. I did my best. I really did. I'm getting a little bored of hair. Maybe we'll switch to... Maybe we'll switch to coloring like her arms and stuff again. Her body and not her mantle. Mantle is the little jellyfish blue part. Even though it's teal. It's kind of a bluey teal. Aquamarine almost, but not quite. Kind of a turquoise, but I don't know. Aquamarine and turquoise are so... I guess it really depends on the hue between those two colors. I always see aquamarine as kind of this brighter, flashier, almost like neon color. And teal is a much more mellow color, kind of like the rock. I'm gonna get this one little mini strand done in here. And let's see if I can get some more tea, hopefully with honey. Oh no, we have too much in this cup. I'm not a fish, I can't breathe tea. Sorry. Sorry for coughing in your lovely ears. But yeah. This is... Maybe next time we do one of these once we get like a new coloring page. Maybe we do watercolor. I think it's thick enough paper to take watercolor. At least it'll go faster than color pencils, because color pencils, every stroke means something, so every stroke has to be careful, and it only covers such a small area. Boop, boop, boop. Uh-oh. Let me not hit the big cable that holds the camera up above my face. That would not be ideal. That would be like the worst version of dropping your phone on your face when you're in bed. Because it's like... it's quite a ways up on my desk, being held together by cardboard, duct tape, glue, and a stick. Oh, and a bar of soap at a 10-pound weight. We really DIY'd this camera stand. It works well, it's just a little finicky. Okay, let's start to darken this up and make it more purple. Maybe let's make here a bit more purple too, because it was supposed to be like a purple fade in, but it's kind of just turning into what her hair is. You know what, that's okay. We'll just make her hair kind of that bluey purple. I've forgotten what we tried last time, but you know what, if it doesn't work out, just go with the flow. It's not really working out with this little fade thing because the colors are so similar. If we'd picked something like yellow and red, it would have been enough of a contrast. That's okay. Let's color that in a little bit more and bring it up. And get our darker blue and trace that one because it's kind of weird. There we go. I will do some plugs at the end. So once we kind of end the hand cam, I'm gonna do a little self promo. So if you guys aren't into that, you have plenty of warning when you see the hand cam go off and switch to the just chatting screen. That's your cue. You don't have to sit through it if you don't want to. I just gotta advertise my stuff because we still haven't gotten any commissions, so I'm gonna keep advertising until we do. But it's always at the end because I don't want to muck up the stream. I do not wish to scare anyone away. Be begging, please buy my art. This one's working a lot better. That's a lot more purple. Put this over here. Yeah. Maybe here? Yeah. I feel like I gotta keep talking. I know I don't have to, but I hate dead air. That usually leads to just me rambling about whatever's on my head. It's just not always the best thing to do. But you know what? That's okay. Take a breath again. Just... it's so hot, but I can't turn on the AC because it'll drown out my lovely voice. I hope you think my voice is lovely. I think it's a little odd, but that's because it's mine. Tea time. Oh yeah, and our lovely teacup design, it's the same one from last time. If hand cam catch up, yeah, kinda. I don't want to spill a drop on the book though, so I gotta be careful. The hand cam kind of makes the colors off a little bit. So what may look like a medium blue will end up looking like a dark blue. But I mean, the hair colors, though it's less purple on the capture, it's still fairly true to point. I think we might need to go back in and darken some of the back strands. Or we can just start working on lighter locks. To kind of give that depth of those are in the background and these are in the foreground. That might be a little hard to do considering how messy they are. How intertwined they are. They're both behind and in front of each other at the same time. Who knows? Don't tell anyone, but I'm in the early stages of getting a new model. And was Oh! That made my day. Well, thank you so much for doing that. Even just thinking about it warms my little heart, which is great, but I'm also sweating. Yeah. And if, I think even though I said the sale's gonna go to end of May, I'm just gonna keep it going until, you know, until something happens, so you're fine. Don't worry, you got plenty of time. You're a very nice voice, but don't worry. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm glad you think so. I'm getting used to hearing my own voice when I'm trying to find clips to put up. There's not a ton of clippable moments, save for like my yawns and the bald emote, but yeah, I'm trying to get used to it. You're always gonna be weirded out by your voice because you're so used to hearing it, just not from outside your head. So we're getting there. Getting used to it, getting better. I'm glad you guys like it though. Deep breaths. Cold thoughts. I'm a little nervous about, you know, my hands. They look... I mean, uh-oh. What? Every 2 minutes there's a big lag spike by 50%. Thanks, Streamlabs, for telling me. Oh no. So if there's a lag spike every 2 minutes, just about, and the stream goes for 2 hours, that's about 60 push-ups if I count every one of those. If I don't count every one of those, I think we're up to 7 stream oopsie punishment push-ups. Yes, I use the word oopsie doodles, and the like. I always say okie dokie. It's a little embarrassing, but that's just how I talk, so it's fine. Cringe? No, I'm not cringe if I'm owning it. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are, even with, you know, how the stream's been. Own it proudly. Let me get some tea. Oh, the tea's cold. It should be fun. I'll actually get some water. The teacup back where it goes. Get some water now, because I think no, there's no ice. And that was my mouse. Lovely. It's okay if it bangs on my mouse a little bit. I do not rage at games. I get socially awkward in them. I messed up in Final Fantasy in a dungeon and someone called me. I was like, oh no, I can never do dungeons again. I've messed up and it's too awkward to go back. That being said, that lasted maybe like 3 days. Then I went back to it. But when I'm not talking to you lovely sprouts, I am fairly awkward. And I could be a little bit of a gremlin when I'm in chat. Or at least compared to this. Everything I'm saying is compared to me, how I usually am. Oh. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to make more VTuber friends. Because, you know, I think that'd be pretty cool. However, I am super awkward. I don't use, I forgot to check the pop filter. Oh, everything was dying and I was just trying to get to stream before we were super delayed and I forgot to check for pops. I get that way in MMOs too. I feel dungeon social awkwardness more than I would like. Yeah. I mean, healers in most MMOs, so when I screw up, I feel bad and I don't. Oh. Firefox. Healing is a very hard job in MMOs, and honestly, as someone who plays DPS, I know we're a dime a dozen, but like just the fact that you're trying to play healer is like a huge boost. Like, I appreciate you just for trying to be healer. Even if you're not doing great, you know what? You're doing your best, and that's what I can all ask for. That was not a sentence, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to be healer. Everyone, what? Before I told you I was DPS in MMOs, what class did you think I made? And I've played a bunch of MMOs, so if you know like World of Warcraft and you don't know Final Fantasy, just like shout out a class from that game. I've played a lot of them over my time. I wouldn't have the courage to play healer. Yeah, healer is so great. I have a feeling most people would say I look and act like I'd be a healer, but I've tried to level healer, but I'm not very good at it. Red mage. Maybe. I do know how to fence. I did do some fencing in my days. I haven't picked up that class though yet. Maybe I should. I main Dragoon. Or Lancer. Polearm expert. Covering all of my Sprouts MMO and video game knowledge. Yeah, I'm a little tired of hair. We got a lot of the hair done today. Like a lot of it. So let's move on to the mantle, I think. Sniffle, sniffle. I did some cleaning and I got a whole bunch of dust in my nose. So I'm sniffly, I'm sorry. But you know what? I'm doing my best to keep it under control. Are we losing our... Yeah. Dragons are pretty fun. Yeah. I'm trying to find the flat end of my color pencil. When you have a colored pencil, you can have two modes. The first one is the point, and you can have like a real sharp point and it does really thin lines. That's what I try to keep for the hair. But when I want something very smooth that doesn't have a lot of like noticeable lines, you want a big flat kind of ness on your pencil. So I look around for the part I've been coloring down on, and when I can find it, there we go. It'll kind of help smooth that out and make it look like it's actually smooth and not rough. I started Monk, but I swapped to Ninja. Still need to try Dragoon. I made White Mage, but I played Dancer for DPS. Oh no, I really like the Dancer stuff. The Dancers in Final Fantasy have really pretty outfits, and I wanted to be really pretty, so I tried to pick up Dancer, and I couldn't get through the tutorial battle for the class, and it's just been sitting there. I have no clue how it works. They threw so much stuff at me. Dragoon is just 1, 2, 3, and sometimes you get 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, hats off to healers and dancers. I am half the time bumbling around just following the tank. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here for the main story quests. I haven't even joined a guild, a free company yet, because I'm like, oh, that requires me to talk to people. I'm not great at that. I know someone else who plays the game who has a free company, but their free company is a mess. And they're only there because they have their room in the free company's house. Then they don't want to lose it, so I can't piggyback off of that. So I'm just without. I'm a solo player in MMO. I really hope I'm not popping too much. Usually I do a pop check. So you guys don't hear a terrible breathing sound, like peek the mic every time I go in and out or pronounce my P's. but I forgot to do that because we were rushed. This stream is just a whole bunch of malarkey. Slowly bringing it up. I don't know how this works because it's very smooth on one side and it's very lumpy on the other, so I don't know where the fold lines would be. Yeah, I haven't joined one other round. One day I'll figure out Dancer. Free company wise, I don't know. I'm like halfway to my own house, so I don't know if I'd need a free company at that point. I just want to be able to plant my seeds. I have a bunch of seeds piled up in my Chocobos bags in my bank, and I have no plots to grow them in. No mic pops, great. I'm a solo player as well, and your mic is fine. Okay, good. Let me cough real quick. Watch your ears. Okay, maybe some water. Too much talking and the throat dries out and I start dying. Remember, you are a plant, you need to water yourself. I am a plant, I need to continue to water myself. Okay, let's keep going. I don't know. I kind of like how it's very pale by her, where it kind of meets her stomach and goes out and becomes colorful. So I think we might keep that and we won't darken it too terribly much. Maybe it's just the stripes. Let's see how this stripe goes. And if not, we can take back the color. Yeah, not great. Let's take back some of that color. Okay, that did not work as planned. It just took color away from the areas we need the color in. Oh well. We'll just color the bottoms and kind of leave it to gradiate up into that gray of the line work from the book. Mistakes? No, they're just unintentional plans. Let me cover up the entire picture while I try to get the bottom. Usually I would have done two separate colors for the bottom and the top, but you know, sometimes we don't think, sometimes I forget how we got these colors. But it's fine. We'll make it work. It's still gonna look lovely. The line work is pulling a lot of the hard, heavy lifting. Stay hydrated, absolutely. My new fridge has a water filter in it that we can replace, and the water filter is clean and it works, so the water no longer burns my throat when I drink. Which is helping my throat problems a lot, which is why I'm not constantly sipping on tea like I usually am. No more scratchy, really hurt throats after streams. They've been getting a lot better. Maybe... Sorry, Sniffle. I want to stream more, but I don't have clearance to, you know, take up afternoons because everyone needs to be quiet. Do you know how hard it is to get 36 sisters quiet? Like, all of us mandrakes have our own thing, but quiet is not everyone's thing. It's my thing until I stream, and then I get loud. Where are we gonna go from here? Fix this up here real quick. Just very light. I haven't made anything in the kitchen new with the big sisters, the big Ellerini sisters. I have 10 of those, and I have 36 Mantrix sisters. We've got a lot of experimental plants over here. But they usually handle the cooking for us and the lab staff. And sometimes I'll go in there and make extra little treats like cookies with them, but I haven't had the chance to lately. In fact, there was a budgeting issue, so we really didn't have any food in the kitchen last week at all. Which is not fun. But now we have food. again. Hopefully we don't have to worry about that too much. But you know what, that's just how it works sometimes. And here, the mandrake violence must stop. On my little conversation sticky note. Oh yeah, there's been a lot of people, because I like tea so much, a lot of people have been like, oh, mandrake tea, you got some leaves up there. Yeah, that's not... Tea is from a specific plant, also. The flower, again, is attached. And that's kind of horrifying. And it's worse when, oh, it's ham cam. Eyes too, huh? Ham cam, how you looking? Oh, you're doing real bad, huh? My hands have stopped moving for a good long while. Are we... Okay. You know what? The hands will do their own thing, I'll do my thing. How about that? How will we keep those divided? KiraraMagic is... Okay, good. YouTube, we are still watching. We've gotta give this creator more views. She, he, they, I'm not sure their pronouns. We're just gonna settle with they deserve more for this lovely thing, and they let us use them as long as we credit. And we always have our credit to our music in our little links credits tab thing. Yeah. Because this is not my music. I cannot do music for the life of me. I failed recorder. I'm trying to pick up lyre, but that is slow going. I've got a lot I have to do, so I don't always have time to practice. I almost got all 16 strings kind of down. Not quite. If you guys know Genshin Impact Venti, how he has his little stringed instrument. And if you don't know, you might know Apollo, I believe it's Apollo, who has his little stringed lyre heart thing. I got one of those, kinda. The modern ones don't look quite as aesthetic, but same instrument. God, the eyes are just... Is it my glasses? Is it my thick glasses that are just ruining? That's okay. That's plenty fine. Well, mandrake violence, yeah. Some people even said they wanted to, like... So mandrakes are, Stop the coloring for a second and get some water. So mandrakes, in mythology, are basically pure plant with a human-looking root that can scream and do damage that way. They're also toxic to eat, but they can be used in like magic wizardy potions. But most people just know that they're plants, and people think, oh, I can eat plants, you are a mandrake, therefore I can eat you. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I simply am a GMO. A genetically modified organism. I'm not a natural mandrake. I was made in a lab. So technically, I'm 70% human, 70% human, 30% plant? I don't even know anymore. Who am I? So it's... Well, no, you cannot take a bite out of my arm and make it into soup. It is still a threat against me, and I will handle this violence. The threat of mandrake tea. Mandrake branchy? Okay. Mandrake tea, not okay. And I might just be a little slow, so it's working. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna keep going with this like super dark underneath and then lighter on the frills to kind of make them not have the exact same gradient as the bell. I think that's how we're going. Yeah. I don't know, don't eat them.